See, I make YouTube videos on Roblox for fun, you know? All the videos that I have on YouTube are just for fun. I don't really like making Roblox videos for seriousness, for anything. I just want to make them for fun. When it comes to criticizing Roblox, that's what I like the most about this. Okay, and there's also like some other things that like we were going to be talking about. I mean, most of this part is going to be talking about this, but towards the end, it's going to make a lot more sense. All right, so Roblox is doing something called facial age estimation. Basically, what they're going to do is that they're going to ask you to, do a little thing. You turn left, you turn right, the AI is going to do it, and it's going to estimate your age. After it estimates your age, it's going to put you in one of the age groups. Now, this is how it's going to go right here. This is how the age group is gonna go. See, no verification means you cannot talk to a single person. You cannot communicate. Okay, below 9 means you can communicate with people under the age of 13. 9 to 12 means you can communicate with people under the age of 16, and you basically get the whole gist over here. You can read the rest. Now, this will not roll out until in like December 2025 in some regions, not like, the whole world's globally. And then by January 2026, it will roll out completely. Now, we can of course trust Roblox with our faces. Okay, Roblox has experienced 0 data breaches and leaks over the years. Since 2006, they have never experienced any of these things. Okay, it's zero data breaches incident. It's 0 data breach and leaks. All these years are highlighting the point of how good they've been doing. Okay, so that's the good part. So we can definitely trust Roblox with our faces. But some people have been trying to get around this so they can chat with people because they have friends on Roblox who are definitely not of their age. Some people have been using toys to like do it. Like this person is going through the notions, turn right, turn left, and the AI is gonna estimate their age, and bam, it's gonna give you that. That's the fucking funny part, is that people are gonna try to do this. And also saw Sketch, the YouTuber, he's also doing it. Like he used a realistic AI model, or not model, an AI or like a Blender 3D model of an old guy. I think it actually worked. I don't remember, but he used it. I know he definitely did. He used it. Now, some people have also believed, it's a really great one. It's a really great one. Someone said this age verification is so great, and Roblox estimated their age to be 33. You can experience chat, party chat, and have voice chat, And Roblox says they're 33, but in their description, they're 16. That is like double their age. See, you are a filthy liar, okay? You're not 16. You're 33. Roblox says you're 33. So if you're 33, you are 33, not 16. So is this person. They're 20 years old, but Roblox says they're 13 plus. So if you're 33, you're gonna be above the 21. You can't communicate with youth under the age of 18. So that's gonna be a really crazy part, that they're not gonna be communicating with their homeboys and homegirls. This person being 13 plus, they're gonna have to be communicating with people like here in this range. I think they're gonna be within these ranges. Now, before, this video is really short, but I'm not gonna. This is where it's gonna top it all off. Okay, the reason why I'm bringing this whole thing together, my master plan, is because Roblox CEO David Bazooka went on a podcast or whatever it's called to do an interview with this person named Kevin Ruse. Okay, and they went on a hard fork, and they said this is probably the craziest interview they've ever done. And unironically, out of this whole thing, it's also talking about child safety issues and how they've been plaguing the platform. Okay, and the interview's right here. Okay, this is like the whole interview. I'm just gonna have it linked down in the description if you can watch it. But the first part, well, you're gonna be seeing it. Well, after this part, you're gonna be seeing what I mean and why this interview is probably why he dubbed it the craziest interview that Hard Fork has ever done. Out of their 160 something episodes, this is the craziest one. Now, David Bazooka said that, like the reason why they're doing this, or like the predator problem, like one of the interviews said, like, oh, there's a predator problem, this and that. And he's like, I see this as an opportunity. I don't understand. Bro, he sees this as an opportunity. To be clear, Roblox pitched us on interviewing their CEO about child safety. We do not ambush people. You know, this little part is talking about, oh, are we going from more manual, like human reviews, to more automated review process, like AI? Can we review more? Can we do more better? And you say, and we're a system. What is best way to review every single image going into Roblox at a higher and higher quality? And we figure out the best way to do that is to do it with better and AI models. Would you pick that? But I've also been covering social networks. Thank you for supporting our Roblox decision matrix. But I also remember 15 years ago when I'm so glad you guys are aligned with the way we run Roblox. High five, right? I also remember 15 years ago when Mark Zuckerberg was saying, is this stealth interview where you actually love everything we're doing and you're here to stealthily support it? He keeps cutting him off. He doesn't like you. David, you know, Ruse, Kevin, he don't like you guys. And this part is talking about how, you know, they're going to do a prediction market. Like if Roblox were to do it, like Poly Market, you know, like, you know, in Dress to Impress, you know, people pick the best outfit and shit, and like, oh, you're gonna predict, and they're gonna be like, oh, are you gonna predict who wins? You know, David said, you know, so a lot of other every country does not have the same legislation around loot boxes and child gambling. He said it sounds very fun and obvious, like, I love it. And he says that he can try to do it. He thinks it's a brilliant idea. He can do it in an educational and legal way. So he's trying to do it, you know? He's trying to bring back his, you know, his Love and Behold from like 2021 Pet Simulator X when it first dropped, and it brought them a fuck ton of money. And you know how they're breaking a lot of the Roblox TOS and Roblox didn't do jack shit about it? Well, Preston, you can make your comeback if David Mizuki drops this, because this is going to be his favorite Roblox update of all time. Now, Roblox, I feel like, now David, this one about the poly market type thing is stupid, it's a bad idea. And I heard in this interview, he also sounded really passive aggressive, like he was like really angry about things. Saying high five without offering a high five is diabolical work. Now, David, I don't know, like, you know, like this update here is great and all, but the way you're acting in this interview does not really set a good precedent about Roblox. And they also asked about Hindenburg, you know, like the Hindenburg research that happened earlier this year. He was like, he seemed a little bit frustrated. He says, you know, Hindenburg isn't really a thing anymore. Like, this thing does not exist. Hindenburg is gone, dunzo. And by the way, this update, you know, by the time it rolls out in 2026 globally, it also affects developing. See, if you are like 15, all right, and you're working with someone who's 21, okay, it's not gonna be good because you guys cannot chat okay, so you're gonna have to divert to like a third-party service like Discord or something. So that's what's gonna happen. But overall, this update is somewhat good. I hope Roblox does something to fix this thing, because this person's 16 but they're 33. This person is 13 plus when they're 20. Yeah, I hope Roblox does go ahead and fix that issue.